Chapter 4. Part 3. Endear, 'cause to be loved or liked.
But this dance, this art, does little to endear us to certain factions who see us as mere conjurers.
Ductility, flexibility. Disposition, a person's inherent qualities of mind and character.
Those of a weak disposition should look away.
On the strength of, if you do something on the strength of something such as advice, you do it because you have been influenced by it or believe it.
Clearly, they hope to win the case on the strength of their physical evidence.
Regard, respect, and admiration for someone or something.
We want you to regard us as friends.
Reliance, dependence on or trust in someone or something.
Self-reliance, positivity, and optimism will elevate your position in life.
Superior, higher in rank, status, or quality.
Which means you're the superior officer.
True.
Haughty, behaving in a proud, unfriendly way.
Let no one pass this way without a fight. That so, said the knight, in a bold and haughty manner.
Reserved, unwilling to express your emotions or talk about your problems.
But we've always been unusually communicative, in a reserved way, and I understood that he meant a great deal more than that.
Fastidious, very careful about small details in your appearance, work.
You are a fastidious man. Driven.
Well-bred, someone who is well-bred is polite, and behaves as if they come from a family of high social class.
Clever and well-bred woman, your wife.
Offense, when you offend or upset someone by something you do or say.
I ask you to remove the word and avoid giving offense to a good people.
Sufficiently, to an adequate degree, enough.
I appreciate being taken seriously, but I'm always concerned that I'm not sufficiently serious.
Characteristic, a quality or feature of something or someone that is typical of them and easy to recognize.
Hugh, what are some characteristics of a desert? It's hot. Right.
Attentive, listening to or watching someone carefully because you are interested.
You weren't very attentive to her problems, were you?
Formality, something that you must do as a formal or part of an activity or process.
How much will it cost them, traveling all this way for this formality?
Stiffness, inability to move easily and without pain.
The stiffness goes all the way down to your feet.
Conceive, form or devise, a plan or idea in the mind.
My brain cannot conceive how old this body is.
Acknowledge, accept or admit the existence or truth of.
My friend Max is cooking and he is generally acknowledged to be the worst cook in the world. But...
Authorized, having official permission or approval.
Sorry. I'm not authorized to go over 300.
Commendation, praise.
Now, you may even receive a commendation for your efforts.
Chapter 4. Part 3. Between him and Darcy there was a very steady friendship, in spite of great opposition of character. Bingley was endeared to Darcy by the easiness, openness, and ductility of his temper, though no disposition could offer a greater contrast to his own, and though with his own he never appeared dissatisfied. On the strength of Darcy's regard, Bingley had the firmest reliance, and of his judgment the highest opinion. In understanding, Darcy was the superior. Bingley was by no means deficient, but Darcy was clever. He was at the same time haughty, reserved, and fastidious, and his manners, though well-bred, were not inviting. In that respect his friend had greatly the advantage. Bingley was sure of being liked wherever he appeared. Darcy was continually giving offence. The manner in which they spoke of the Meryton assembly was sufficiently characteristic. Bingley had never met with more pleasant people or prettier girls in his life. Everybody had been most kind and attentive to him. There had been no formality, no stiffness. He had soon felt acquainted with all the room, and, as to Miss Bennet, he could not conceive an angel more beautiful. Darcy, on the contrary, had seen a collection of people in whom there was little beauty and no fashion, for none of whom he had felt the smallest interest, and from none received either attention or pleasure. Miss Bennet he acknowledged to be pretty, but she smiled too much. Mrs. Hurst and her sister allowed it to be so, but still they admired her and liked her, and pronounced her to be a sweet girl, and one whom they would not object to know more of. Miss Bennet was therefore established as a sweet girl, and their brother felt authorized by such commendation to think of her as he chose.